What's going on, guys? This ain't even really a bitching video. This is more like a just some questions. It's like, you know, I didn't get to watch all of Roy's last night, but I watched parts, and I went back and tried to watch some, and it didn't disappoint, let me tell you that. I mean, look at that sky. Look at that. Beautiful. But anyway, you know, he's on one part. He's talking about, like, the part where Hector said that nobody was taking up for him. There's two parts to that. For the first part, how would they take up for him? What would they say? Like, yeah, Hector's a good guy. We know he lets Cherry, you know, do all that shit up there. And not only does he let Cherry do it, he adds in and does it himself. It's kind of hard to defend him, right, Roy? But the second part to your question, the most important part, why do people not take up for other people? And you're like, nobody will take up for you here. Nobody. Hey, Roy, do you remember what happened when somebody did take up for you? Remember that? This is why people don't take up for certain people. When someone does it, the person goes at the person who took up for him and goes on a panel and kisses the people's ass that was saying this shit about him. I know, no, see, everybody's like, no, yeah, that's happened, I swear to God. Swear to God. I don't know. Then, like, saying like Hector, you know, you was saying, you know, you wish he wouldn't have ran off, you know, or let people run him off. What the fuck does that even mean? People running him off? I mean, would you not say that maybe so much shit has happened, and, like, I think the Pedro thing, I think when Pedro finally said that, you know, I think somewhere in the back of his mind, because no offense, but I want you to really think of the comparisons. You know, he tried to emulate, like everybody said, he started acting like Cherry 2.0, but before that, he was trying to act like Pedro, same fucking dance moves and everything. Think about the goodbye video he did. Now, you know, Pedro, he's admitted he's cocky, you know, but Hector's doing that thing, and he's telling people goodbye, but yet he's putting everybody down. He's saying how, and I quote, he's better than a lot of you people. He's better than a lot of people. For one, no, you're fucking not, dude. No way, shape, or form. I mean, but that video, he's, you know, tearing up gig workers, how gig workers are so, you know, they're more or less losers. You know, he's they're bottom of the barrel, where, you know, gig workers are this and that. Hector, no wonder you're depressed all the time. You don't like yourself. Be proud of what you are, man. I mean, if you're doing something, if you want to better yourself, but you ain't got to, you know, put down all the people that's currently doing what you're doing, and will probably still be doing what you're doing. If, you know, a lot of people, they ain't looking, they're doing this. So by you saying that, you know, the people, like, when you're moving on because you're better than this, you're better than that. For one, I guess you're not, because you're 40. Like I said, by the time I was 24, I mean, shit, I was in finance by the time, like, 26, just general manager, all kinds of shit. Let's see what this is. Are we going to do this? Fuck no, we're not going to Almost Kentucky. Hey, did y'all see Torp last night, by the way? He was high as a motherfucker, wasn't he? That must have been like a drunk high. He looked like he's in a good mood, though. He's living his best life. That's all that matters. He's got better moves than you do, Hector. Do you see them? Torp's got some fucking, maybe he does. Maybe he is got part black, because that dude was fucking moving. He was doing good. I don't know. Y'all need to check that shit out if you ain't seen it. I mean, I don't know if he's privated or not. I mean, you shouldn't. It was a damn good video. That's one of your best videos ever, Torp. Hell, I did a short about it. Good shit. And back to the other part, though. See, Roy, when he did his stream, remember, he don't want drama. He does not want drama. But the biggest drama thing of the day, he does an emergency live stream about it. Now, he's inviting Hector up. He's like, I'm not, you know, I'm not going to bash on you. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not mad and all this shit. But then he, you know, I watched that, Roy, but I didn't hear him say anything really specifically about you. I mean, he was talking about a few things, and he may have, I don't know. But you didn't care about what he said about everybody else. You just cared what he said about yourself. You might say, well, yeah, because why do I care what he says about other people? That's the point. If you don't care about other people, why should other people care about you, Roy? Right? Now, when Hector was saying his final goodbyes, you know, his tearful goodbye, which he'll be back. Watch, Hector will... They're probably mad at me now because I called that shit. I mean, he's going to, like, say that somebody was talking behind the scenes, and, oh, you know, Roy, you set it up for him, you dumbass. You literally set it up for him to come back and say, oh, I'm not letting these people, you know, I'm not letting them run me off. People need me here. They need a place to hang out. No, they don't. No, not a place like that. After the first month, that place went from a place to hang out to 2 or 3 chatters in there all day long. The rest of the people in there, if there was 15, 20, it was all people just waiting to clip something stupid Cherry would say or Hector would do. That's what it became. It became like a shit show. That's what you would, I guess that's what you would call a literal shit show. But I'm just saying. But Roy, you was inviting Hector up on the panel. Like, yeah, come on up. I'd like to get Hector up here. So, but then you say something. Then you said, yeah, Hector's blocked. You should have unblocked him. So, and this ain't taking up for Hector by any means whatsoever, but I'm just saying. So Hector's not good enough to type in your chat, but he's good enough to come up on your panel when, you know, that shit had nothing to do with you, but he's good enough to come up on your panel and you can use him for fucking clicks and views. I mean, that's exactly what that is. I mean, just own up to it. That's exactly what you were trying to do. You were trying to get him up there. A lot of people came in there, you know, they wanted to hear about the drama, so you was feeding into the drama. But why would Hector do that? Why would Hector go up there and after you and all this shit, knowing that you might just, you know, tear into him, say whatever, you can throw him off the panel? But if somebody's not even good enough to type in your chat, why in the fuck should they go on your panel? Answer that, Roy. I mean, honestly, if you don't even think they should even be allowed to say their opinion in your chat, but yet you'll use them to, you know, get views on your channel. You see the fucking hypocrisy in that, Roy? The fucking weirdness of that? Don't make a lot of sense, does it? I don't know. A lot of shit don't make sense. Like I said, by like acting like Hector's the victim. You know, him and Cherry's the victim. Like, oh, I don't really blame, you know, I don't blame Cherry. You know, you're putting it more on Hector. Now, a lot of it was Hector, because Hector let it happen. It was his channel. Cherry, and Roy, by you saying like, oh, Cherry told you all what he's going to do. He told you what he's going to do. Dude, we've been saying that for fucking months. You dumb fucks were dumb enough to let it happen. We've been telling you guys. He said he's coming back to destroy the community. You dumbasses sat back and let it happen. Then you act like you fucking had an epiphany last night. Like, oh my God, he told you what you're going. No shit. We wasn't the dumb ones that let him do it. That was you guys. Going up on the panel when he's doing it. Even after he cusses you out twice in one day, you go back. Then you know, like the wrench thing, you're like, oh, I'm taking wrenches away because people, you know, abused them and certain people shouldn't have them. But then 2 days ago, you give one to fucking Cherry. That's the fucking guy that was doing it, you dumbass. I mean, he's admitted to that shit. He's admitted to, you know, fucking blocking people going black, you know, on Matt's channel. He did it to fucking Thunder. I mean, goddamn, dude, you don't make it. I don't know. And another thing, when you're saying like right now, you know, I'm the jaded driver, right? The more jaded this motherfucker don't turn. God damn. But anyway, you know, I'm driving in a car, right? Now, should I sit there and start saying that everybody should pay for my car? Because I spent a lot of money on this car, so, you know, because you're talking about your lights and all like that. Dude, you do that for you. That's not for your viewers. And again, I'm going to tell you guys, I mean, you got to think. The viewers are doing you a favor. They're the ones watching your shit. They're the ones supporting you. And, you know, you say you spend a lot of money. Well, that money a lot of the money came from the viewers. You said that. You even said you took the money you gave, so you didn't spend anything. The viewers gave you money. They didn't tell you, hey, go buy lights, go buy beads. They didn't say that. They gave you the money to do what the fuck ever you want to with it. So, I mean, you got to stop saying like, you know, people owe you something. Like, hey, I'm not quitting because I put a lot of money, you know, I spent a lot of money. I've done this, you know, more or less like people owe you something. People should come there because, you know, if people don't support you, oh, look all the money I spent and people still ain't support me, what the fuck? I don't know, man. It's crazy shit. Like I said, you guys, you really need to think. Without the people, there wouldn't be no need for the lights, Roy. So, I mean, stop saying you buy. Why do they care? Why would anybody watching you give a shit about your lights or about all the stuff? And I don't know. That's, some people, I think they do it so long, they kind of forget that the people is what makes the channel. I mean, yeah, the content, you got to have, if you don't have the right kind of content, or if you ain't doing something, people ain't going to come and watch it, right? But they can pick and choose where they can go. See, on your channel, Roy, you act like it's a privilege to be there. It's like, look, I threw all these people off my channel. I blocked them off my channel. I did. No one gives a fuck, Roy. I mean, shit, I joked around for a while, and a few people even thought I was serious. Right? I had to really quickly clarify that, because, nah, dude, I could give 2 fucks less, man. You were good to piss off because you could trigger you so easily, Roy. You're so easy to trigger, and You provide entertainment. That's exactly what it is. You can piss you off, and some people be like, well, Roy told you he didn't want his name. I don't give a fuck what Roy told me. Are you kidding me? Roy goes on YouTube, talks about everybody else. He does a live stream fucking tearing me up for literally taking up for him. And there was a couple people, actually one person was like, yeah, but you did say his name. You know, Roy said he didn't want. Get the fuck out of here. Go tell that shit to him. And the funny thing is, people, see, this is the problem when you take the high road. When you finally do, you know, say something back, you know, people are shocked. They're like, oh my God, because they don't expect it. So people will tell you like, oh, you shouldn't have said that, or you shouldn't have done this. But they don't tell the other person that shit because they know the other person would go off, cuss them out, call them names, throw them off their channel. But they know the person, like, if we do it, it's like, oh, they won't do that. They'll take it. It didn't work out so well this time because people get tired of that shit. When you know that fence riding, like, oh, I'm neutral both sides, but you say more shit to one side and you do the other. Fuck that. I mean, if you're gonna call out shit, why don't you call out the real shit? Don't. Oh, well, Roy said don't mention his name. You know, he doesn't like it when people do that. Well, he shouldn't be on fucking YouTube or social media, should he? He shouldn't do fucking, like, streams of, like, the one yesterday. Hector does that tearful goodbye. Or actually, it wasn't even tearful. He does that, you all are a bunch of losers, go fuck yourself, I'm better than you goodbye. Then, Roy does a fucking, schedules it and puts up the thumbnail. He's ready to roll. He's ready to talk about that shit. But then he's wondering why. Why can't people keep my name out of your mouth? Then, dude, you was showing your phone. Look at that. You showed your phone. You're like, look at all these people that mentioned me. It was 3 people, Roy. It was Reese. Some of it was Red, and it's Cerberus. It was 3 people. Go back and watch this video, guys. And hell, look at the screen. And when he scans through all that shit, he's like, look at all these people, everybody that can't keep my name out of their mouth. It's 3 people, motherfucker. And them 3 people, the one, Red, you cussed her ass out, called her every name in the book. What do you think she's going to do? Just sit there and keep taking like she's been doing for a couple of years? Nah, she's fucking over it. Cerberus, I have no idea. He's probably tagging you because you're one of the only dumbasses that, you know, so keep saying like, why does it matter if Cerb lied? Why does it matter? Well, it might not matter to you, but it matters to other people, so we don't need your fucking permission to tell us if it matters or not. I mean, the reason it matters is, you know, like I said, his whole life is a lie. I mean, there's even something else that I had heard, you know, from a different community about Cerb that really blew my mind. I mean, there might be a lot more coming to that soon. A different community's got a hold of somebody, and I mean, all of that motherfucker's life is a goddamn lie. See, that's the thing, when you put shit on social media, I wouldn't go through the trouble of doing all that shit. But other people, they're like, fuck that. And like, when you got finally, you know, Cherry, I guess, took that thumbnail down, but Hector wasn't going to do it. Hector had a thumbnail up there of a British SAS soldier and his fucking service dog. The dog, you know, that dog has been through more than Cerb has. And here he is saying that's him. Hector knows he's saying it's him. Now, not only did we prove it wasn't him, Cerb admitted it wasn't him. And what's Hector do? He leaves the goddamn thumbnail. It's a slap in the fucking face to that man, Hector. That man did, what the fuck is this? Is that guy got a fucking pink mohawk? That's a ponytail. Is that a dude or a chick? It's a chick, I think. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I know I got you can't, I can't get. It's not my fault on that one. It's not my fault. You see shit like that, you got to stop what you're doing and talk about it. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just saying, if people want to know why people has their name in their mouth, why people talk about shit. Roy, here's a challenge for you. When you do a stream or anything, here's a challenge. You say everybody's got your name in their mouth, but you bring up everybody else's situations. Even if you don't say the name, you will allude to the situation, right? So here's a challenge for you. For the next 30 days, don't bring up any part of the drama. Nothing about it. Talk about your centipedes, your fucking lizards, your beads, what the fuck ever you want to talk about. Don't bring that up and see how many times you get mentioned in shit. Honestly, do it. Because like I said, you know, you was showing that phone yesterday. You was like, look at all these people that you scan through it. Then, hell, dude, you know people can look at that. It was 3 people. Cerb, Reese, and Red. And you had cussed out Red. Reese, you know, Reese tagged me in a video the other day about Mayweather. That was pretty fucking interesting. See, Reese, that's the shit you should do. That kind of shit. You know, places like that. That's it. If you tag me and shit like that, Reese, I'd actually fucking watch it. Some of this shit, I don't know. It's weird. But See how that works out, Roy. See what that does. And I guarantee you within a couple days, you wouldn't hear your name no more. But when you do videos like yesterday and you're sitting there asking, oh my God, this is why people don't take, people don't take up for nobody around here. This is why, people don't do this. People don't. Dude, when they do take up for you, if they don't take up for you, you say shit. If they do, you see, you can't win with your fucking ass. Then you'll do a stream talking about it and keep saying that other side. You were talking about flexing the lounge. And that's the thing. You say all that, then when someone, mentions it back or, brings it up, you'll say, they can't keep my name out of their mouth. There's your 30-day challenge, Roy. Stay out of the drama for 30 days. Don't do no drama content and see how many fucking people mention your name. But also watch your views turn to total shit. And you know that. That's why you stay in it. So the best thing to do is admit it. Put it up there. I love the drama. I hate to admit it. That's your new channel, I'm telling you. I'll buy the first fucking t-shirt. Y'all have a good one. Later.